Step 0, you're a Scorpio. You are learning about the power of 0. The power of 0 is in time and space, anything is possible. In the power of 0, in the power of God's protection, you can use it that way too. And power of God's protection is like, hold on, I'm going to meditate before I do this. Whoa, you just took time and space with God before you did it. You just protected yourself with God.
Good morning, it's Tuesday, and Sensei says you have 36 hours to update your personal comfort zones. What does it come down to? It's time to decide where you really belong. From my smartphone to yours, keep streaming for your Tuesday Namaste Today. Welcome to Namaste Today, a yogi way to start your day. I'm your host and spiritual life coach, stepº24. Namaste, my friend. So grateful to see you. It is terrific Tuesday today. And Sensei says we have about 36 hours to change our personal comfort zones. This comes from a big picture realization that you probably made in your life in the last couple of days, particularly over the weekend. And our mind may be ready, but you may not feel like you actually are. So today I'm going to give you some coaching on how to navigate there. But first, let's take a look at today's zodiac weather. This zodiac weather is for Tuesday, June 14th, 2016. Looking ahead at the 5-day moodcast, tomorrow's going to be cloudy and spiritual, rather introverted. On Thursday, you'll be making decisions and commitments, and on Friday, you'll take that commitment into an action. But today, Sensei predicts sunny and joyful. That is, if you find your emotional belonging. The Great Human Walk has now reached stepº24 Gemini. That means the ruling channel today is channel 6, and the ruling planet is Venus. Looking at our emotional tone, we are seeking passionate teamwork and camaraderie today. That's because the moon is now in Act 3 of Libra, where we make unions, and our mental focus is on how we feel about certain thoughts. That's because Mercury is at step 2 Gemini, so we are circulating and percolating. And that leads me to today's Lightwalker Newsflash. Today's Lightwalker Newsflash, you may think you belong somewhere, or you may think you belong with something, but the real question is, do you feel it? And that's part of the architecture of what I call incarnation. Today we are really masterminding where we want to go. That's the sun in Gemini. We've broken free of the grand square in the last couple of days, so everyone's mind is really free this week. And today on Tuesday, it's time to open up and begin to commit to where you think you belong, where you think you belong. Now, that's the problem. We always think one thing, but it's not always the case. In fact, our mind, which I actually call our smartass, thinks it knows everything. But the truth is, the mind only knows what it has experienced. In order to get around that, we must use the force. And the force is our feelings. That's where our psychic intuition comes through. And that's where all of our other senses as humans come through, right? Our gut instincts, our body's advice, other things as well, also our spiritual history. So today, we are literally trying to open up to where we belong. That might be coming in any sort of situation, relationships, jobs, something you're trying to manifest, maybe a new neighborhood. I mean, it depends on the person as to where you are opening up to where you belong. But if you really want to understand truly where it is, go by how you feel. In other words, if you're trying to, let's say, move to a neighborhood, instead of thinking about all the qualities of the neighborhood that will come, rather go there and see what it feels like. Is it easygoing is the real question. Is it easy for you to open up? Is it easy for you to feel good there? That's really the essence, how easily we open up. If you go somewhere and you feel defensive somewhere, that's a problem, and it can mean one of two things. And that has to do with comfort zones, and that's the other part. We have a multi-day yacht over the next couple of days, which means God is literally giving us the finger. It's an isosceles triangle that points to Mars retrograde. What that means in layman's terms is, it's time now for our new egos to draw new comfort zones. And this might either be to solidify where we know we belong, or this might be to open up where we truly belong. Okay? But in the next couple of days, even though it's all intellectual Gemini, the last little steps here of pointing ourselves in the right direction is to feel it out, to use the force of love and our emotions and feel out where that is. So today we're going to want to do just that. But before you go feeling out your life, without further ado, let me go into what I call the megascope, which is me taking 3 breaths and listening to my psychic side for you. And I recommend you take 3 breaths too. I call it spiritual calisthenics. You just basically clear each dimension with each breath: mind, body, and spirit. Okay. And I always ask Spirit, what would you like me to talk about? And Spirit said Mercury and the moon. And actually they're combined. Mercury today is at step 2. And what that literally means is our minds. It's time to be mindful of our feelings today. And I say that a lot, and I don't always know if people know what that means. It means that you want to be always aware of how you feel. Always aware of how you're feeling now and how you feel about this. And basically getting in the process of interviewing your feelings separate from your mind. So today you may feel a little uneasy. It's going to get a little passionate for you emotionally. That means a lot of ideas and feelings are going to blow by your awareness. And the trick of it is to focus on feeling balanced and not feeling out of control, no matter what you're thinking of. Really, I guess the way you ground a very powerful mind is you nurture that mind and make it feel very comfortable. The more your mind can feel comfortable in your body, the more you can process a ton of information. Okay? Now, what you're feeling through today is, like I said in the open, which is what you're comfortable with. And we're changing right now. We are launching a new ego, and we've put it down pretty much the end of it over the last weekend. And so in this new ego, it means we're chasing after new things. We're going to, put down other things as important. And it all comes down to what you feel comfortable with opening up to. So today really is about just feeling, your mind exploring and feeling where is the bliss, where is the harmony, where is the joy. And I think when you find the joy, where you find the easygoing, just accept it and receive it. Like, this is my sweet spot. And it's my advice as the Sensei to Serious Joy that you want to build a life from super easy to awesome, not hard to easy. Okay? So I have some steps for you to take away today to keep your day from not going astray. Step 1, protect your vulnerabilities today. That means if you know you're going to get cold, you pack a blanket. If you know someone's going to piss you off, stay away from them. Protect your vulnerabilities. Step 2, commit to what you feel is right and balanced today. Okay? What is right and balanced. So it's like, you know what? This relationship with this person is really easy. I'm not going to go find another vendor. You know what? This is super easy with this person. Why challenge it? So if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing. And then step 3, we have a helicopter coming in. Draw boundaries to secure this feeling. So if you say, okay, that's it. I'm going with this vendor because they're easy, or I'm going with this relationship because it's simpler. Do what you have to do to protect that easygoing. Say, this is important, this is sacred. I'm going to stay, I'm going to honor the easygoing things and not protect or worry about the non-easygoing things. And that's really how you begin to take that next step. All right, so for my friends who are subscribers to Personal Sensei Service, today in your Personal Zen, I'm going to give you some tips on quizzing your feelings, like, interviewing your feelings, how that goes, to get to the real truth of things, because feelings can be confusing, I absolutely know. And then also in your eye candy, I'm going to remind you where you have to draw comfort zones right now, okay? So be very clear on where you need to be clear. And for everyone else, I want to remind you that my Secrets of Birthdays Love and Lust report is a great little report if you've never had anything from me. But right now in a Mars retrograde, one of the chapters in that video talks about how your ego is and how you like to chase after. And you may find that you're changing that right now. And for those who have the report, you might rewatch it because you're going to probably find that you're changing that now with this Mars retrograde. All right, friends. Well, I will see you in 24 with more. Remember, walk in the heart of your light. I love you, and live, love, be.
TV.
Can't find love? That day is over. With just 8 numbers, we can reveal all your secrets to sex and love. We call it Secrets of Birthdays, the Love and Lust Report. Find out the secret to your heart at secretsofbirthdays.com.